Who are the vampires of demons? Well, before we get into it, hey guys, welcome back to another video. He asked me, what is the origin story of the vampire of demons? Now there's no actual official origin story for the vampires of demons in canon, so what we're gonna do is take bits and pieces from the books, from the games, from the shows, from everything that we know about these beings and kind of just put together what could be an origin story for them. With the Holy Trinity fighting against the rest of the demons to keep their pieces of the earth, they took the blood of humans and mixed it with demon blood. This created a new type of demon. A demon that could survive the attacks of human weapons and even feed off of human blood. These new demons became known as vampires, and the unholy Trinity gave them to their fellow demons as gifts. They used the vampires to fight off the humans, just like the unholy Trinity had done before them. Only this time, none of them shared power. Each vampire became a ruler unto themselves. And although they didn't hold as much power as the unholy Trinity, they were still incredibly powerful. They were still feared, and as long as they were on the earth, there would be no peace, as well as anyone else who tried to claim their parts of the earth. Of course, this isn't based on anything in canon. Like I said, there's no official origin story for them. So I just kinda came up with this myself, taking bits and pieces from the lore of the unholy Trinity and the lore of the vampires, and just kind of putting it all together. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, remember John shot first. Eventually though, they would succeed and the Holy Trinity would split the earth up amongst themselves, claiming all of the power that came with it. If you did, make sure to like this video. When you support me, you get access to a ton of perks, including exclusive content, behind-the-scenes stuff, and even the ability to request your own videos. So if you want to learn more about demons and demonology, or if you just want to support me, then please consider supporting me. Also, make sure to subscribe if you have UNT already so you do UNT miss out on future videos. If you want to stay updated on all things related to demons and demonology, make sure to follow me on social media. I post updates and random stuff there pretty often. So if you want to stay in the loop, that's the place to do it. During this time, humans were beginning to grow more powerful. They sacrificed their own power and became vessels for the humans to kill them. They allowed themselves to become the first ever hexed demons. The humans killed the unholy Trinity and split their powers up among themselves. And that's when the vampires of demons got their orders to hunt down the humans and take back the powers of the unholy Trinity. They were developing new weapons that could kill demons, which threatened the unholy Trinity. They waited until the humans started to forget about the vampires. They waited until they were nothing more than a myth. And once the coast was clear, they took back the earth for themselves. They needed a way to defend themselves from these humans and their weapons. It's not going to be very long because we don't have much to go off of, but we still have some things to work with. And tonight we're going to be looking at who are the vampires of demons. They had claimed all of the earth and the vampires protected them from any who tried to harm them. But the humans continued to grow more powerful. They eventually developed holy water and silver, which turned out to be extremely effective against the vampires. The unholy Trinity needed a way to protect themselves again, but this time, something better. Now, this comes from a question by a viewer, so yeah, let us just jump right into this little headcanon that I've come up with about the vampires of demons. They were known as the bringers of chaos. They were incredibly feared, and as long as they were on the earth, there would be no peace. That is, until one day when the four demons decided they wanted to split the earth up between each other so they could rule over it more efficiently. This didn't sit well with the rest of the demons though, and soon enough, a war began. Let's go ahead and start this story off in the time before humanity even existed, way back when demons walked the earth. This is thousands upon thousands of years ago, hundreds of thousands of years ago. Back then, demons were immortal, as well as incredibly powerful. There were no such things as seals or hexing back then either. A demon could possess anyone they wanted whenever they wanted to. Humans would eventually evolve after the demons left the earth, but they weren't here yet. During this time, there was a group of extremely powerful demons who ruled over the others. They kept their numbers small, only allowing a select few demons to join their ranks, and they were known as the Unholy Trinity. But the Unholy Trinity wasn't actually made up of 3 members. It was made up of 4. The leader was Belial, the second in command was Az, and then there were 2 other members, Abaddon, and a 4th unidentified demon, who went unnamed in all of history. We don't know what this demon looked like. All we know is its name was Valak. These demons ruled over the other demons, and they ruled over the humans as well, keeping both species in line. This war would last for centuries. So one day, they devised a plan. And for a while, it seemed like the unholy trinity had won. So they did something crazy, but the humans were too powerful. The vampires couldn't defeat them on their own. So, they waited. They waited until the humans grew weaker. They split the earth up amongst themselves. And that, my friends, is the story of how the vampires of demons came to be. I hope you guys enjoyed this little headcanon that I came up with about the vampires of demons. And finally, if you really want to support the channel and help me out, then please consider supporting me. The link is in the description below. And that's gonna do it for this video.